Okay, guys, last one. So this last one just has one more step to it, okay? We have to do one more thing compared to the last one. So if you were to compare question 4 with question 5, let me do this so you can see where I'm pointing. Okay, if you were to compare question 4 with question 5, question 4 gives you the slope. If you were to look at number 5, there's no slope. No slope given. Now, I want you guys to dust off all the stuff that you've already been taught. It's been a long time, I know. What can we do? Well, some of you, I just heard you say, what about y is equal to mx plus b? Okay, I didn't mean to say that. That's our basic equation. What about y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1? Yes, that's it. That's perfect. Okay, so if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, remember, basic equation. Y is equal to mx plus b. This is number 5. We are going to be solving for m and b, okay? This is always what we're looking for, always when it comes to an equation. So, with our example, we were given 2 points. So let's say, now this is going to be my example. I'm obviously not going to tell you which one for the assignment. Let's say I give you now again, our goal is to not graph it. I just want you to imagine it. So say I gave you the point 2, 4. Again, let's do 2, 4. And -6, -1. Okay? So, again, what you'd have to do, pull out your grid paper, graph it accordingly. You can find the y-intercept, you can find the slope. Or we can just do it mathematically. Which is what I'm going to teach you. So, first things first, we got to solve for slope. Now, there are a couple different ways that we've done it. We've done the rise over run thing, we've counted it, whatever. Remember, we have our equation y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So, some of you guys I remember some of you guys had problems labeling this. So you got to be very, very careful. So, what you need to do is that you got to make sure you keep your 1's together and your 2's together. So, let's get some fancy new colors going. Whatever I'm going to do for my 1's, you got to keep it consistent. Okay? So, we can make these our 1's because it, I don't know, it comes first. Those are both 1's. You gotta understand that. Now, for my 2's, I guess I've kind of used a lot of colors. Okay, both of these have to be 2's. And then we remember our x's and our y's. So because I labeled these down here as my 1's, this is going to be my my x1 and my y1. Okay. X1, Y1. You see how there's a bit like of a crisscross? Well, no, actually, I lied to you. You see how they're together? Yeah. Then over here, I'm going to have my X2, Y2. Okay. Again, X2, Y2. So, you're going to set up your equation like you have, and you're literally just going to sub those numbers in. So, I'm going to go back to using black. So, we have Y2 minus Y1. What is my Y2? It's 4, right? That's what we labeled it as, so that's okay. What's my Y1? -1. I have to put that in a bracket because of the negative sign. Right away, some of you are like, oh my god, there's 2 negative signs right next to each other. Ah, what do we do? Oh, why does it keep going back and forth like that? Well, negative and negative become a positive. So now it's 4 plus 1. Okay, X2 is what? Yeah, it's 2. Subtract. It has to be subtract because this is subtract. X1, -6. Again, bracket, -6. Okay, again, you guys should be like, oh my god, 2 signs, I'm freaking out. Negative and negative make positive. So, 4 plus 1 is 5. And 2 plus 6 is 8. And that's my slope. I can't reduce it. So there's my slope. So when it comes to building our equation, we know, as I said, we have to do y is equal to something x plus or minus something. Oops, I'm going to fix that, sorry. Okay, so we have our slope now. It's 5/8. Ugly number, eh? So, now we're back to question very similar to question 4. We have our slope. We have an x, we have a y. We now need to solve for b. So technically we have 2 x's and y's. So in this case, you guys can choose numbers. Okay? I don't care which point you pick, but you can pick whichever one you want. So far we have y is equal to 5/8x. And then plus or minus b, we don't know what that is yet. So I'm going to just put that in purple. I'm going to leave it as just plus b. Keep it simple. Okay, so what are we going to do? We're going to plug one of the points in. Which one? I don't care. I'm going to pick 2 and 4 because they're easier numbers to deal with. Okay, so, one sec. Just texting. I know, I'm sorry. It's class. I should have told you what I was doing because you can't see me. Okay. Breaks over. So as I said, I'm going to use 2 and 4. So what's my y? It is 4, yes. As I said, guys, I apologize about this crappy pen. I told you I ordered a new one, so hopefully it comes in soon. So, oh, come on. Okay, so as I said, I'm using... I know, I'm sorry. I'm just as bad as you guys. Okay, so I'm using this point right here. Okay? So I'm going to plug her in. My y is 4. 5/8. Bracket 2. And then I go back to plus b because that's what we're solving for. Okay, so we're going to multiply fractions. You guys love multiplying fractions. Remember, we just multiply across, right? When we multiply across. So 5 times 2 is 10. 8 times 1 is 8. We got our b. Now we got to bring this to the other side. This is going to be looking like a doozy of a question. Okay, remember left side, right side, number side, letter side. So we're solving for our b, so we're going to just leave that there. How do I get rid of this 10/8? Do subtract. Subtract 10/8. That and that cross out with each other. So I'm just going to rewrite this so we can see it. 4 minus 10/8 is equal to b. So how do we subtract fractions? What do we need? Yes, we need a common denominator. So as of right now, our denominator for 4 is 1. So I'm going to times this bottom guy by 8 so it becomes the same thing. But what we do to the bottom, we do to the top. Yep, you guys are right. So I have to times the top by 8 as well. So what's 4 times 8? 32. 4 times 8. 32/8 minus 10/8 is equal to b. Okay, now that the denominators are the same, yep, I know. Yes, I know. Now that the denominators are the same, what can I do? I can subtract. 32 minus 10, 22/8. Get that in the lowest terms, which I know all of you guys love doing. Okay, 22. Can anyone tell me what that gets reduced to? Yes, it is 11/4. I just divided both of them by 2, okay? That's all I did. 22 divided by 2 is 11. 8 divided by 2 is 4. So, I now have my slope and my y-intercept. So, just in case you guys forgot, this is my slope, the 5/8. My y-intercept is 11/4. Ugly numbers, I know. But, you know, that's the way it happens sometimes. So y is equal to 5/8x plus 11/4. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so this one, the only difference is you had to calculate the slope as well. I'm hoping that for your assignment, the numbers I gave you were a bit prettier, but I can't remember, to be honest. So, again, I know that was a lot, guys. Just take your time, go through it, pause the video if you need to. Okay, I can give you extra practice questions if need be. I hope this helped. This is what our lessons are going to look like from now on. I'm going to post the note. If you guys have a printer, print her out. If not, just try to follow along. And as I said, hopefully the pen that I get soon is better than this one. And if not, oops, And if not, we'll figure it out, guys, okay? I'm here for you. I'm going to get these posted. Let me know if you have questions. I am here. Okay, but if you message me tonight at like 8 or 9 p.m., I'm probably not going to reply, okay? I kind of have a life. Don't really want to message you guys late at night. Okay, miss you all. Bye.